Hey everybody, it's your boy Bulletclub 149 here, doing our first ever live Raw review. Gonna keep it quiet, gonna keep it simple, but here we go. So tonight we started off with Kevin Owens, I believe. I didn't get to see the first 15 minutes, but I believe Kevin Owens decided he was walking out, and Mick Foley then went up to him and told him he had a match against Sami Zayn. Um, and then after that, I think before that, we had the Enzo and Cass versus Sheamus Cesaro. Whoever wins becomes the number one contender against the Bullet Club, or the Club as WWE would call them, for the pay-per-view Fastlane. Okay match. We seen Sheamus finally take out the annoying Enzo. I think the fans have been waiting for that. Sheamus really showing himself as the heel partner in Cesaro and Sheamus. I hope that they have a backlash where I don't want to say it, but I hope they have another match, like an epic match, Cesaro, Sheamus, or Cesaro go heel with him, taking him out. All right, so after that, I believe we went into some pointless ass cruiserweight match. Brian Kendrick versus somebody, I don't remember his name right at the top of my head. So we had that. We had Rusev and Jinder Mahal versus the New Day. Nobody really cared. New Day are the WrestleMania hosts now, so that's going to be interesting. We had Becky versus Bailey Sasha versus Charlotte, and whoever won becomes number one contender. We had an interference by Dana Brooke. Bailey attacked her, and Sasha Banks hit the bank statement and won the match. Good match. We had another pointless cruiserweight thing in the ring. Another segment of Austin Aries hosting, Jack Gallagher and Neville. They had their thing. Jack Gallagher attacked him. Okay, I guess. It's more on lines as I don't give a shit about it. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. It's boring. We had Roman Reigns versus the Bullet Club, which there was a lot of reports and there was actually pictures taken of the Rock, which they could have utilized him and Stone Cold backstage. They did a segment before Monday Night Raw started. I'm very disappointed on Monday. Before going into this Roman Reigns Bullet Club feud, I'm very disappointed by Vince and creative team to not, even at the end of Monday Night Raw, if you've seen it, Strowman gets the upper hand. They could have brought The Rock out and, had The Rock, have something, but they did it before Monday Night Raw, before cameras were on the air, so they had The Rock and, calling out, saying something about John Cena, making fun of Cena, Stone Cold backstage. So yeah, we had that, and now we're back on the topic of the Club versus Roman Reigns. I believe Roman Reigns won that match. I'm for sure he actually won that match. And then we had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Samoa Joe attacked Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn really didn't have nothing left. Trying to make an underdog story, I believe, against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens did the pop-up powerbomb, won the match. And then we had the main event. Big Show, Braun Strowman. Physical match. The big guy versus big guy isn't really a thing anymore. They're overusing it, I would say. The first couple times it was cool, but now it's just boring. The dramatic effect of putting 800 pounds, which Big Show's actually 396. Strowman is about 400. So I believe 400 or 300, between 300 and 400 pounds. Braun Strowman. We had that happen. Braun Strowman obviously won. They want to, make him a strong force before WrestleMania. And then we had Roman Reigns come out. Braun Strowman drop kicked him, which is pretty cool to see a big guy like that doing a drop kick. Attacked him, and that's how Raw went off the air. And now this is my review of it. 3 hours. Only thing I cared about in 3 hours, I didn't care about the New Day. Nobody gives a shit anymore about the New Day. They're old, they're boring, nobody gives a fuck. Cesaro and Sheamus, I want to see something happen with them. They could develop into a heel storyline with Sheamus versus Cesaro, where they just can't stand each other. Have a match at Mania, that'd be awesome. The Cruiserweight, you guys have already seen my video on the Cruiserweights. Boring, not fun, no push, no big names. Where's Grand Metalik? We need Zack Sabre Jr. WWE. If you see this video, and I know you probably won't, there's 1,000 people who do reviews. Zack Sabre Jr. is what we need for the Cruiserweights. We need to have they need to have their own show. They need to get off Raw. I don't know what they'll put in place of that, but it's boring. Raw, its segments have been boring. The whole show alone has been boring. Nobody cares about Roman Reigns. Nobody cares. We don't want to see him 3 or 4 times in a night. He's having a pointless feud with the club when he's supposed to be taking on Sasquatch of Braun Strowman. We're having... The only thing that really shocked me, it's going to be Sasha versus Bayley at Fastlane, but we already know Charlotte's going to get involved. And then it's going to be those 3 at Mania again. So yeah, that's how I stand on it. Nobody cares about Enzo and Cass versus the club. We've seen that match about 100 times. We don't want to see it again. WWE, give us something. Jack Gallagher versus Neville at Fastlane. Nobody cares about. Neville will win. There's nobody in the... They're not going to give it to Jack Gallagher. He's not... He's a cruiserweight, but he's not. He's a technical wrestler, which... I mean, I consider that a cruiserweight, but still, he's not what the company sees as a champion. He's a babyface. So they're going to keep that to Neville. Now we're just kind of turning this into a prediction for Fastlane. Goldberg versus Kevin Owens. Here is my philosophy for WrestleMania. And a lot of people are going to hate this, but it's probably going to happen. We're going to have Kevin Owens lose the title at Fastlane to Goldberg. They're going to make Goldberg, the main guy. He's beaten Brock Lesnar. He's eliminated him out of the Royal Rumble. He's beaten him twice, I believe. Twice, and, it's a boring storyline. It really is. It really is. It's a boring storyline. Here's my prediction. This is my WrestleMania prediction as we speak. I'm not going to go through the whole card. I'm just going to go through. We are going to have Undertaker versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It's going to happen. They need to have something, that backlash from Royal Rumble. Who owns the yard? We're going to have Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. It's going to happen. We're going to love it. It's going to be a great match. They're not going to end that because of Jericho wanting to go out on tour on Fonzie. He's going to want to leave for a few months and, go do his touring stuff. We're going to have Randy Orton versus Bray. It's got to happen. It's going to happen. That's how it is. It's going to happen. Randy Orton versus Bray. I don't know if Luke Harper, maybe Eric Rowan get involved, and Randy Orton snaps back into what he was as a face. I mean, he's kind of a face right now. He threw out the guy, one of the worst number 30 Royal Rumble ever. Brock versus Lesnar for the title is what it's going to be, the main event, and it's going to suck. It's going to be probably as worse as Triple H and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Nobody cares because they're both part-timers. Seth Rollins' situation, I'm hoping he's back for Mania. If not, I would like to see a Finn Balor come out and have Finn versus Samoa Joe. AJ Styles, I would do a call-up. I would do a call-up open challenge. AJ Styles calls out anybody. I see it being like a Dean Ambrose or a John Cena. but I might be wrong because I heard out of another source that Cena's taking time off. But of course, Cena, he's not going to miss a Mania, so obviously we're going to have him there. It's going to be Naomi probably versus Becky versus Alexa Bliss. That's great. Nikki Bella probably versus Natalia. Nobody cares about that. Of course, we'll have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Hopefully somebody comes out of there. I'm hoping for the best. Alpha Americans probably going to be fighting the Usos. They're really trying to get this feud going. Again, nobody cares. I would rather see the Ascension getting pushed, but yeah. So that is it, guys. It's I'm hitting about the 10-minute mark. I wanted just to come on here, do a complete Raw review, kind of what I'm gonna see on SmackDown, what Mania, Fastlane. I'll be doing a review of Fastlane here soon at One Fastlane in 2 weeks. We'll be doing that review. We'll be doing a SmackDown review tomorrow night, like I'm doing right now. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. I know it's not the best videos, but we're trying here, and I'm trying without a lot of equipment. So, eventually we're gonna get a camcorders. We have a studio getting set up downstairs, very nice studio that we'll be using here soon to do podcast shows. We'll have a Facebook page in the description. So yeah, guys, this is Bullet Club 149 here, and this is the 149 Mafia channel. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.